Land appraised over in Pepperell along the river, and it was given no value.
Marion's work cleaning up the Nashua River inspired Nate and Roz Tufts to take on the even larger job of cleaning up the Merrimack. In the mid-70s, the Tufts helped to found the Merrimack River Watershed Council. Nate Tufts recalls the early
The valley
days.
was in depression in the mid-70s. The river, in terms of pollution, had almost reached its nadir. It had gotten dirtier steadily since 1865. 1965 was as dirty as it was ever going to get. And then some of the mills moved south, and the Clean Water Act came into being. Congress passed it, and the teeth were in place to enforce pollution laws, and the investment had started to be made. $1 billion was eventually put into cleaning up the Merrimack.
I feel wonderful that it's going on now with a new group, with Ralph leading, and this new wave of energy coming in to carry it on for the next generation and the next generation. Because it's not going to be solved right away.
After nearly 15 years, the Tufts turned over the leadership to Ralph Goodnow.
Are to find a way to balance the use. There are lots of uses that the river can be put to, from drinking water supply to wildlife habitat, and there's a whole range of legitimate uses in between that are good for the public. The trick is to balance them. You know, as we contaminate our groundwaters and even our surface waters, there's more attractiveness to the rivers as drinking water supply. This is a major issue, and it is a very good use of the river, and one of the reasons that we've all spent so many years cleaning it up.
Watershed activists are doing a lot to clean up the river. So are business leaders and our government. But it's the commitment of thousands of concerned individuals working in local communities throughout the watershed that really makes it happen. We can't stop now that the river is relatively clean because we still face serious threats like toxics in the water, uncontrolled shoreline development, and outdated treatment plants. A few years of neglect, and we will be back where we were 20 years ago. We need productive agriculture, and we need to protect groundwater. We need water for industrial use and water for drinking. We need growth, and growth needs clean water. We have to seek a balance between massive withdrawal of water and the need to maintain adequate flow downstream. As I look at the river this evening, I don't see just a stream of water. I see a symbol of the vast watershed which feeds it. It is in our common interest to care for this river and its watershed, so we can all use it in our own special way. The watershed isn't just a source of water. It's our only source of water. We have to protect it, because it sustains our life.
I had my blood pressure taken the other day, and it was 130 over 80, and I'm 62 years old, and I've got to believe that it's sojourns like this morning and in the evening that have allowed me to do that. To me, it's a peace of mind. It's my way of life. The river, as it flows, and all of its little innuendos and mysteries, is what just gives me a sense of being, and without it, I wouldn't really find much sense of living sometimes. That's how deep I feel about it. And of course, all of that is shattered when there's a strong tug in the end of the line, and the rod bows, and all my blood pressure goes up a little bit.
Yes, the river has always been flowing, my friend, for 10,000